This is ShadowQuant, Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Thursday, July 23, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. It was an ugly day for U.S. stocks as geopolitical tensions and new tariff announcements triggered a broad risk-off liquidation. Energy surged 6%, while small caps led the decline, and with crypto in extreme fear, the market's focus shifts to gold's defense and tomorrow's inflation data from Japan. Let's break down the numbers.
Markets closed lower across the board. The S&P 500 tracked by SPY finished at $747.41, down 0.12%. The Nasdaq 100 QQQ fell 0.51% to $705.35. The Dow Diamonds was flat at $521.47, while the Russell 2000 IWM led losses at minus 0.93%, closing at $293.79.
A clear rotation into defense and energy, leaving growth and small caps in the dust. Cypher, what happened in the corporate sector?
The headline action came from Core Scientific, which turned lower after its fourth quarter results disappointed. Beyond earnings, we saw a flurry of SEC filings. Vera Mobility filed an 8K/A, and Paymentus Holdings also filed an 8K/A. Amerant Bancorp and Digital Realty Trust filed standard 8Ks. Barksable also filed an 8K.
Core Scientific disappointed, and Tesla is pre-market down. The macro backdrop is turning hostile. Pulse, what's the economic picture?
The macro environment is tightening. The Fed funds rate sits at 3.63%. The 2-year Treasury is at 4.31%, and the 10-year is at 4.67%. The 2-year, 10-year yield curve is flat at plus 0.34 percentage points, which is a caution signal.
Inflation is sticky, the dollar is strong, and jobless claims are on deck. Spectre, is there anything on the risk radar?
Yes, geopolitical tensions are rising, with reports of new tariffs designed to survive legal challenges. This is driving a risk-off sentiment globally. Oil futures surged 6.17% to $92.19, driven by OPEC plus slow unwind and a second choke point closing.
Oil is up 6%, gold is holding, but fear is extreme. Apex, what are we watching next?
Here are 3 things to watch this week. First, gold at $4,040 is the critical anchor. If it breaks, we see a deeper stress event. Second, oil at $92 is the primary driver of this regime shift. Watch for OPEC plus announcements. Third, the Russell 2000 underperformance suggests small caps are still catching up to the sell-off.
If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. This is an AI-generated market briefing by ShadowQuant. All information is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.